Okay, so what I want to do here is explain how these vectors work. And okay, so what I want to do here is explain how these vectors work. This handout here with the answers. So we have the vectors and we have the answers. So what you see here, this vector that I've chosen for the example here is vector number 5. So when you look here, the way it sets it up, so we have the u vector, -2, -5, here, -2, -5, v, 6, -1, 6, -1, w, -11, -1, and z, 3 and 9, 3 and 9. So that's what sets it up. So this whole part here, that goes with this part of the vector setup here. So the answers now, I wasn't going to print all of this and have all of these copies for the handout. So what I've done is I've given you the answers to where the end of the vectors lie. What that means is, if you notice here, so the u vector, -2, -5. So here you're sitting at -2 on the x, -5 on the y. Now the first ones will always match the very first vector. For example, if you take 6, -3, -2, 6 here, -3, -2. But here, -2, -5, and now with a magnitude of 5.38, angle 248.1. So a magnitude of 5.38 and an angle of 248.1. So what that means is from x, it has rotated past 90, past 180, 248, which makes sense because this is 270 right here, so you're just short of that. So now the next vector, v, so now v is 6 and 1, and that's from this point. 6 over on the x ends up 4, -2 plus 6 gives us 4, and then -1 on the y, so 1 down. So from -5 plus -1 brings us to -6. And what you have here is a magnitude of 6, angle 350.5. So magnitude of 6 and 6.08, angle 350.5. And what that means is, if you consider the tip of every vector as the crosshair, the start point, if you look, this would be the x-axis at 0. This would be 90, it's rotated, 180, it's rotated, 270, it's rotated, and then it's sitting right here, just short of a full rotation, 360 degrees. So that's what's showing here, angle 350.5. So 4 and 6 is where the vector lies, the end of the vector lies. That is the answer. So from here, you have UVW. Your W vector is -11, -1. So 4 minus 11 brings it to -7. And UVW, -7, and -7 on the Y, because we've gone -11 on the X and -1 on the Y. So that brings us down one more to -7. So the W is sitting, W is sitting at -7, and -7. That is the answer to the end, to where the tip of that vector is. And it's sitting, if you look here, just past this crosshair. It's just slightly elevated, just started its rotation. So you have -7. Sorry, from this point, 0, 90, 180, and then just past 180 from this point, it's rotated, sorry about that, to this point. So you're looking at a magnitude of 11 and an angle of 185.9. So now we have UVWZ, so the final vector of this bunch here. So from this point, we rotated just slightly. We're not quite at 90 degrees yet. So where it ends, so we have Z is 3 on the X, 9 on the Y. So on the X, we went positive 3. So from negative 7, we went positive 3, gives us to negative 4. And then we went 9 on the Y, gets us to positive 2. So negative 4, positive 2 is where the end of that vector is lying. Right here. We have a magnitude of 4.4, or sorry, a magnitude of, a magnitude of 9.4, angle 71.5 degrees. And now our resultant vector, now notice here that our resultant vector also matches our Z vector, because where the resultant vector ends is also where the Z vector ends. So 7 and 4, 7 and 4, negative 4, negative 3, so on and so forth. So we have the resultant vector, negative 4 and 2, so negative 4 and 2. So we got negative 4, negative 2. Sorry, I got these two mixed up. Negative 4, negative 2, or sorry, negative 4, positive 2, right here, and a magnitude of 153.4. So 153.4. So that's how this answer key is made. And that's it for now.